Today, I'm going to show you one of the coolest websites that just launched called Maperivo. I actually had the owner of this website reach out, Sebastian, and he wanted me to share with you guys this website on how to create any laser cut map and style that you want in just a few minutes and a few clicks. This website is insane. It's so easy to use. I'm going to share with you how easy to use it is. And it's way better than the competitor that you've probably heard of in the past, and it's a lot cheaper right now. Anything that you hear in this video is subject to change because this is so new that he just released it and he's still adding a ton of more features that I've already suggested to him. And he's doing it very quickly. I'm highly impressed with how well he's done this website and how much input he's putting into it from all of the suggestions that people give to him. So first up, if you want to try this out, it's 50 maps or 14 days for free. You don't even have to type in a credit card. It just takes an email address to sign up, and then you get 50 maps free, which is what I'm going to be using in today's video to share with you. And then the pricing right now is just ridiculously good. It's that free trial or $10 for 2,500 maps a month, which I don't think you'll ever use as a maker. And then you have $40 a month for 5,000 maps. And that's for like shop owners. And the cool thing about this is you can actually embed this into your shop and have your customers use it. So they'll use this and design it. Then they'll export the file and then they'll send you a code to your shop, which you can then just click print, and that's all you have to do. It'll go ahead and print off the file that they sent you. And that's how easy it is. You don't have to edit the design afterwards. It's literally designing the map on this software, clicking export, and then clicking print on your laser. It's super easy to use. I'm going to share with you how easy to use it is. So let's go ahead and jump on that. And if I stumble around on it, it's just because there is so many settings to share with you. And like I said, you can go through any of these map styles that you want. We're going to just use the standard studio or 3D map. They're pretty much the same. We're going to click on next here. And then we're going to just find something that everybody knows. So we're going to just go with like New York, just so everybody knows what's going on and has a basic understanding to see what this will look like. And then you have all of these different shapes that you can create. So you can do like a standard square. You can do like a circle, a heart, hexagon, a house, a star. You can upload your own design. You can do the region or the actual city outline itself. You just type in the city and it'll do a boundary of that. We're going to go with the standard square here. And you can go from millimeters to inches. And we're going to just leave it at 11.8, which is the standard one. But you can change the size of this to match your laser. And this is compatible with any laser. And you can actually change the formatting of the colors too. On the main site here, if you click on Designer or My Designer, this will show you your actual account. And then it has export colors for like light burn or X tool. I'm just going to click X tool. But this works with any laser like We Create or Atom Stack or Monport. These are just the standard colors that come predetermined for X tool here. So I'm going to just use these colors that I standardly use, like cut is red, engrave is black. The second layer engrave is gray, and then the score is blue. That's how I set up all my files, but you can choose any custom color that you want. And then while we're on this site, if you do the pro version, you can actually embed this into your shop using a link that you just copy and paste. You don't need to know any coding to do that. And then you can see all of the catalog prices that you have set for it, and any custom order will show up in here as well. So it's super cool for shop owners as well. With that said, let's go back to the designer here, and we're going to share with you step by step on the rest of the creation. So now that we have the first page pretty much done, you can change like the border width of your frame as well. So we're going to make it a little bit thicker. You can turn on elevation layers if you need to, if there is many. There's not really many on New York's here. You can do depth layers of the ocean, so you can see the different depth layers if you want that in your design. I'm going to turn that off. I don't need that. You can zoom in or out or move this around anywhere that you want to get like a custom area. So let's say we want something like that, or we're going to zoom in a little bit better so we can see the roads a little bit better. So let's say something like that looks good. You can also upload your own running routes or cycling routes here if you have the GPX file for it. And then once you're happy with it, we're going to click next. So we're going to click next here. This is the most important part, is choosing the thickness of your roads. You can go with like something like bold and make it bolder. You can go with standard, which will be like the standard width there. If you want to see how thick your lines are, do customization, you can go ahead and drop this down. You can make your roads really thick if you wanted to, or you can make them really thin to the point where they engrave only. You can see them turn into engraves here. And that is the color coding down here. Anything that's green means that it's sufficient and it shouldn't break that easily. If it's in like an exclamation point, it's going to be a fragile where it can break. And then this little pencil here is going to be an engraved zone. It's like all the railways are going to be engraved. Right now I have road set as engraved, but we're going to make those cut as well. If you go to delicate, you can kind of see where it gets fragile for like pathways or railways that will be fragile. I mean streets and pathways there, the railways are set to score, but if you wanted to cut out railways, you can turn that up. You can do any kind of customization you want. So let's go with actual bold, and then we're going to pull the railroads down and engrave those just so it's easier to not break here when it cuts out. Something like that looks really good. If you want to turn airports off, you can. As you see this little speck here kind of floating there, we're going to turn that off so that doesn't get put into our map. And then we're going to click next. You can also see like the color of your framing in advance. So let's say you have like raw wood, it would look like this. If you're going to stain that wood, you can go ahead and see what that looks like. We're going to go with the black because I really like the black. It looks great. And then you can put engraved text here on your actual frame. So let's just say we want New York written on the frame here. This looks a little weird. I think he's going to customize this so it's going to look better afterwards, but he's still working on this. 3D mode kind of gives you a better visual of what it looks like, but he's still updating the way that that looks as well, but this gives you a general idea. You can also change like the style here. So let's say we want something like this style here. We may not want that because it's not connecting here, but you can change whatever style you want. We're just going to go with this standard one here. And then you can change the way that this looks. So if you don't want it to be squared or blocked off, you can do like a separate cut layer. And like I said, this looks a little weird in this product preview, but if you go to 3D mode, it's going to show you a better view of what it looks like. And this is where it's going to have the letters written on top. You can change like the name position as well. So you can make it higher or lower by changing this. We're going to just leave it in the standard location for right now. And then you can do like the customization, like I said. You can also do like a divider bar as well. If we click on that, this is going to regenerate and it'll be like the word New York in between the divider bar. So you've probably seen that before. We're going to go with that second one here that looks like this. And we're going to go back to our preview. So now what you can do is you can add customizations for like a map pin if you want, or you can do like a heart. You can do whatever you need on here. We're going to delete that. I'm going to remove that, and then we're going to use just this map pin. So let's say we like something way down here. Let's say you live down on this road here. We're going to leave that map pin right there. And then what we're going to do is you can add a compass. So this compass, by standard, it'll look like this. If you choose this drop down here, you can change the border style to something like that so it follows the compass itself. And if you add that with a border style and it touches a road, it's going to add it to that cut layer. So let me click 3D mode so you can see this. So as you can see, since it was touching a road, it's adding it to that cut layer here. If we click on explode layers, you can also see an explosion of the layers, like all 4 layers here that are involved. And this is going to be what it looks like, or what it cuts out like. So you can see all of this in detail, what it's going to look like in advance for each layer that it's going to cut. So I'm going to go back to our um, standard layer here. We're going to go back to stacked, and then we're going to go back to our product view so we can see what it looks like. You also has the option here to do like an engrave only. So this will engrave only. Let's see what happens when we stick it up here in the ocean and we go back to our 3D map here. It's going to regenerate. And it's going to engrave on that ocean layer only. So that'll be a complete engrave on there if you want to do that. So let's go back to our product mode. We're going to just remove the compass. Let's say we don't like it. And then we're going to add a label here. So you can also add your own SVG logo, just like that compass. If you have an SVG logo, you can upload your own. But we're going to add a label. And what that is just the words that you want to type. So we're going to type in New York again. And you have customization with this too. So right now it's just going to be a big square brick that's going to merge with the actual roads, just like it did with the compass. But let's say we don't want the big brick and we want to outline it. So we can click that drop down, click on outline, and that looks a little bit better here. We're going to make this nice big words here so you can actually see it. And then you can change like the font as well on this one too, if you want to. So let's say we want big, bold font here like this. And then that's going to merge together. You can also change like the layer for like engrave on a separate layer and don't merge it with the streets if you want to. Or you can change the font style. So if you want it to say New York and a capital N and then smaller case letters, just like you type it over here, that's how it'll show up over here. But let's say we want it all capital letters. I kind of like the style of that better. And then you can add as many labels as you want to. So you can add more like text on this map if you need to. So if we want to change this, and we'll put in the word home. And then we'll make that smaller here. And then we'll drag that down by our pin. And we'll just put it something like that right there. And you can do the outline customization for that too. Something like that looks good. And then what we can do is we can click on 3D to see what this looks like in 3D. It's going to update. And then right there is our 3D layers of our pin, our letters home and New York, just like that. And let's say that's good. We're happy with that. You can also add an engraving on the back if you want, but we're not going to add an engraving on the back. So we're going to click next. And then this is where your customers can get a code by clicking code in the top right, and they can paste that code and upload it straight to Etsy. And then you get that Etsy order. So that's super cool if you're a shop owner. We're going to click on export file. It's going to bring you to this page and it's going to generate your map. You also have that design code right here if you need it. And then you can export that to like from your customers or to your customers. And right now it's set on standard. You can go to like an engraved only version if you want to do that. And here's all those colors that I showed you earlier from Xtool, but it will work with any laser when you export it. And here are your 3 layers. So right here's our street layer, here's our land layer, and then here's our frame layer. So we can just click export all, and then I'm going to open that and I'm going to extract it really quick, and I'll bring it over to this screen so you can see everything here. There we go. So now that we have this open, you can go ahead and right click and open with and click on Illustrator. As you can see, I've done this before. Let me close out of this old one. I just did this as an example to share with you guys. And then you can open all of your different files on what it looks like. And we're going to open that one with Illustrator, and we're going to open this last one with Illustrator too. And there we go. So we have our 3 different layers. You can then import this into like your laser, whether it's WeCreate or any laser that you want. Click print, and after you print it, it's going to look like that last map that we created right here, and you'll be good to go. If you guys have any questions on this, let me know down in the comments below. I know I went kind of quick, but this is a longer video and I wanted to share with you guys how easy it is to use. If you have any input that you want changed on this website, let me know and I'll let Sebastian know as well. He is very good at doing this. He also imported some other options that I kind of skipped over. Let me go ahead and go back really quick. Click on map layers. You can see like water options. You can do water cutouts. You can do your parks. So if you turn off the parks, you'll see like all of the shading go away for like the park zones if you don't want that. He turned on golf course mode. So if there's certain golf courses that you want, those all turned on now. And you can do all the customization within those golf zones. He also created buildings. I'm not going to turn that on. That's something new that he's working on currently, but in New York, there'd probably be 100 buildings, so I'm not sure if that would cause any glitches here. So I'm going to leave that alone, but you have all sorts of customizations that you can choose from here. He is taking requests on updating anything that you suggest as well, and he's been great about it. So if you guys have any questions about this, let me know down in the comments below, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.